Hello, hello. Welcome back to the All In Podcast. We are here in Franklin, Tennessee on a stormy ass day. We just lost 2 trees in our backyard, and this is the international edition today. I've got a friend here, Danielle Sanchez Gonzalez, and we met so randomly. So I'll tell the story. So first of all, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me.
So you go by Daniel, and you're a singer,
Yes.
Artist, and investor, and but let's talk about how we connected. So my family had a German exchange student, my daughter, it's a high school girl, and from the city is called
Kelkheim.
but she is from Bad Soden.
Bad Soden. It's
yeah.
not far away. Yes.
Okay, and so shout out to Delara, but Delara was with us for 2 weeks, and so I posted a picture of my family with her about how much we already missed her, and lo and behold, I get a DM on my Instagram from this gentleman that says, "Hey, I know her," and my girlfriend is actually her dance instructor in Germany, and we are traveling the U.S. right now. I'm going to be coming through Nashville because my cousin lives there, and I would like to maybe be on your podcast. And so, boom, here we are.
Here we are.
So
Thank you so much.
So tell me kind of about. You grew up you were born in Spain. No, you were born in Germany.
Yes.
First generation born in Germany, but you're clearly, you're dark skinned. You don't look German. Your family is from Spain.
From south of Spain, yes.
South of Spain, which sounds beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And Germany's beautiful.
It's also
I've never
beautiful.
been to either one, so I'd like to go to both. But
You're almost welcome, always.
so tell me kind of what you got going on. You've been traveling, first of all.
Yes.
Where all of you guys been?
Oh my God, it was a long journey. Like we started in Georgia, Atlanta. We bought a car and then we went like south, Florida, Tampa, Cape Canaveral. We watched the Falcon 9 SpaceX launch and landing. That was awesome. So we went back like the whole, how do you call it? Gulf Coast?
Yeah,
like
Gulf Coast,
Mexican Gulf Coast to Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Like all the cities
Texas.
in Texas up to El Paso, doing all the national parks, and then going to Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and now we all know our way back because like in New York is our flight back to Germany.
So what's been the highlight?
The highlight, there's so many highlights. But I tell you something, we really love the people in America. They're so friendly.
First time or no?
For me, it's like the fifth or fourth time, yes. Right. But I was always like in Miami or for some music stuff, or like in New York, like the big cities.
Yeah.
And they're like very similar to Europe if you go to a big city. But if you're like in Texas, like in Austin, or
very
like,
American.
Oh my God, we love it. I love it. I love this kind of cowboy style, the cowboy shoes, the pickups, the country music is so original.
Yeah.
And the people are so friendly. And for us, for example, it's very crazy because everybody has a gun.
Right.
So in Europe, it's not like
no
this.
One has this.
No, you go to a Walmart here and there's like this
a wall full of guns.
Yes. Yeah. So
take one of those.
Yes. If you do it in Germany.
Welcome to America, my friend.
Yes. But like, for example, in Texas, I felt very safe. Everybody's a gun, but I have the feeling like they're less messing around people because they know everybody has a gun.
Yeah.
So it's just a feeling. I don't know. But another nice thing was like all the national parks. I don't know if you've been to the Grand Canyon or Arches National Park.
A couple, but not the Grand Canyon. I've flown over it and been close to it, but yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought the merch there because we wanted to stay 2 nights, but we stayed 5 because it was so beautiful. And we did like Las Vegas was also, I'm not that big city guy, but Las Vegas, there was a nice spirit, nice feeling.
Never sleeps.
Nah, that's not true. We also thought it is like they never sleep, but at 11 p.m. we wanted to get something to eat, and they was like, we are closed. Okay.
You know what? I noticed this last time I went to Vegas. It was not as easy as I thought to get something, like because my flight got in late, and I was midnight, and I was trying to get something. It was very limited.
Yes, of course.
It was very limited.
We also had like this kind of 24/7, but it wasn't like that. But it was very nice to be there. You've been there like once, twice, or just
Me, I've been there 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
you like it?
It's not for me. I mean, Vegas, I get bored after a couple days. I mean, I like to gamble, but like neighborhood poker games, like I'm playing poker tonight in a neighborhood game, but
Oh my God, I love
to
poker.
play cards in a casino, it's a whole different thing. I mean, there's 200 people. There's not a lot of conversation. I like
true.
to play poker and talk, and with my friends, but, and then all the other stuff that goes on in Vegas that I just don't have time for. Like when I went to a couple of heavyweight championship fights. So I saw way back in the day, I saw Holyfield fight
Wow.
twice. Yeah. And kind of saw Mike Tyson walking around town, just randomly. Cool. He was in the Versace store. Yeah. And
Nice.
yeah, so
He's a legend.
Yeah, he is. I love that guy. So, so tell me what's going on now. So you're a singer, you're an artist, and so as Latin music is all the rage. It's it's popular in Eastern Europe, and so you're an artist. You sing. So and how do people find you like online? So where would they go to? Tell us your Instagram handle?
Yeah, the Instagram handle is like JuanDaniel.official.
Juan Daniel.
Yes, JUAN Daniel.
Yeah.
.official. It's like with a blue check mark. So if there's because there are a lot of fake accounts, just to be sure. And
was it hard to get your blue check mark?
Just give me $100. No, I'm joking. No, it was not that hard. It's because like I worked like the 2 years before with Universal.
Okay.
And a big television. It's called RTL2 in Germany. So it was easy because I had a lot of big newspaper things going out there and television shows where I was like into. So it was like a thing about in 1 minute. Like they made us one email with information, and I got the blue check mark.
Right.
But I'm just saying this because a lot of people get like fake mails, and that's very dangerous because they say, "Oh, I need some money or whatever," and then they send the money. I don't know. I will never text anybody about I need your money. And yes, the music is very big in Europe. They love Spanish music. I think also in America, like Latin music. I don't know. Maybe in Nashville is more the country thing, but I think everybody knows like Despacito and like the big Latin songs, and so it's very famous. It's very nice that people love to sing along. If also don't understand what I'm singing, but they catch the vibe.
Sure.
And that's the most important thing about music.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, do you are you a solo artist? Do you have a band that kind of travels with you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Do like 100 gigs a year, more or less.
Oh, that's mostly in Europe.
Yes, just in Europe. I would love to come around. Just call me. Come around.
You need to book some shows over here. So, so who influenced you, music wise?
That's very
who
interesting.
influences you now? Who are you listening to now?
Like my dad was like the first influence because he always played like flamenco guitar.
Okay.
You know flamenco?
Yeah.
Yes, I cannot play this, but I was always like very, how do you say it? Like, not only inspired, like it was like a wow moment. How do you say it? There's a one word missing.
Yeah, you're just inspired.
I was like
a bulb went off, a light bulb went off.
Yes, light bulb, something like this. And then, of course,
revelation.
Revelation.
A revelation, like
yes,
revealed to you. Yeah.
Yes, and that, of course, like Michael Jackson was like, I love this music and his energy on stage, and then a lot of Craig David things, and Spanish musicians like. I don't know if you guys know, but there was like Enrique Iglesias and Luis Fonsi and these kind of people. So
I was lucky to get to see Michael Jackson and the Jackson. When I was in high school, in Knoxville, at the football stadium, Neely at the University of Tennessee's football stadium. They played 3 nights in a row.
How many people?
70,000. 3 nights in a row. Yeah, this was a long time.
Was nice?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was the Thriller tour. It was the Victory tour.
Wow.
It was 84. So dating myself here, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm lucky that I got to see these people. You know what I mean?
84. I was born 86.
Yeah.
So
it was dope.
No chance for me to be there.
Sick show. And I'll never forget that. I mean, you saw all his Thriller set, Off the Wall, then Thriller.
Wow.
And then actually first it was his brothers and they did all of their set. And then once that ended after an hour and a half, then he came out and did his whole set.
It was like both, like the Jackson 5 and
ridiculous. Yeah.
2 shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that was a good offer to get both
Yeah.
shows.
So what's it like in Europe right now? COVID wise? Are you guys doing okay? I mean, after this, are shows? Is it harder to book shows and get people out, or is it things feel like they're back to normal?
It was crazy like before. Like I had like 95% cancellations from 2020. Yes, of course. 2020 it started in Europe. 2019 was like in China only. And like 2021 was like 20% back to normal. And now we are like around 80% back to normal, what is good. So it looks better, and like the restrictions are not there anymore. There are no tests, not kind of stupid things. Sorry to say it. I can say it here, nobody.
No. And so, but you're a singer, you're an artist, you tour, you book gigs, but you're also an investor.
Yes, so, I love investing. It's like for me, investing is like you get the news of everything in the world, and you get the knowledge of everything, because investing is about, you have to know about anything. And for me, it's like the best Netflix series you can watch if you invest and you are into it. So I love diversification, for example, but not like in one asset class. I love to have like different asset classes as diversification, but in one asset class, not to have like the most like two. I see it like children. You can take more care about 2 children than on 10. To talk to them, to know what's going on, what is happening. And I'm like always very into something. So for example, with crypto, I started like 2016, and I just do only Bitcoin, because like I learned also about the other things, but for me, it's just the way to go with Bitcoin, for example.
So 2016, what was the cost of Bitcoin at that point for those of us?
I felt so stupid buying Bitcoin 2016, because a lot of friends of mine.
Was it $500 then?
It was like $800.
$800.
Yes, but the friends of mine were in like with $100, and I was, I'm so stupid.
But they sold probably now.
No, they don't. They still have it. Yes, they still have it. They're like very long-term focus. Like me, I don't do trading stuff. I like to buy like very long-term, like 5, 10, 15 years. The same thing with Tesla. I was reading the biography of Steve Jobs. And then I felt very sad because he passed away, and I was very motivated. I would love to see a guy like alive who's doing something similar. And then I get into Elon Musk, and I eat it like really, like every interview, every tweet, everything.
I do like him. I do.
You're my friend now.
I do have a big interest, and he's controversial. I mean, I get it, but I mean,
but that's a good thing for the world. You have to be like controversial. If not, it's not only boring, it's just also dangerous, because it can go another way in one direction.
Well, in America, if you haven't figured this out, there's always this conspiracy with no matter whom it is. So people could do good, and somewhere one side is going to find the bad, and they're going to try to exploit that. And so, like, to me, he does way more good. I don't agree with anything any of them do. Like, I think, Bill Gates.
Yes.
I think he does a lot of good. I mean, I may not agree with his worldview at 100% or whatever, but he clearly, I don't believe all the conspiracy stuff with him. Like, to me, it's like both sides of the spectrum of the political just seem to have just like these wild, and it just gets old, man, here, really, to be honest with you. I don't know. Is it like that? Is politics just,
oh my God, it's
in Europe?
I would say nuts? It's almost the same. It's like, I had to take a lot of care what I'm saying, like, especially on camera and everything, because like I'm with a label and I do music.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, the last 2 years,
we can edit anything out.
No, it's okay. You can use just artificial intelligence and Trump. No, I'm joking. Like, I'm like, for example, Trump and this kind of things. I was always somebody I love to ask. So, and I saw just like, for example, with Donald Trump before, in Germany, like all the newspaper front pictures was like the devil is in control. And I'm like, if something is so big in one direction, there's another truth. So I'm a believer. I'm a very centrist guy, I would say. From the right and from the left, mostly like in the middle is the truth. Like from every side. And that's what I'm. That's like, I think that's why we met also.
Probably so.
Yes, because like with Elon, for example, he always gets like so. I don't want to use the word. He gets like pissed off by from the people because he's doing something they don't like for example with the Twitter acquisition. How do you say acquisition? But he wants to do something good because he saws like it's going very, very like in one direction. And that's what you see with ChatGPT, for example. You ask ChatGPT about a poem about Joe Biden, it's okay.
Yeah.
But if you do it about Donald Trump, I cannot do a poem about somebody, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So in Germany, it was like
you
almost
learn
the
something
same.
new every day. There you go.
And in Germany, it was like almost the same. If you don't want to be vaccinated, you're a bad guy. If you ask or you understand, for example, that Russia don't like that the NATO comes closer, you're a Putin supporter, like with everything. They do it like...
It's media, really what it is, man. It's media, and that's really what it is.
It goes back to Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
Because he had like this famous sentence like, divide e impera, divide an empire. That's how you can control people.
Yeah.
So, and I like to come back around to the music.
Yeah.
My music stands for happiness, for positivity, and to be together and not apart from each other. So I also don't use any bad words in my music, because I don't like this kind of every word is also like a how do you say it? Like a wave energy. Yeah. And I want to have like this positive energy. That's like my mission. Yeah. So that's what I do with the music, and also like with we have a project together in Uganda. We bought 2 acres of land, and we have now over 120 orphan children. We have giving them shelter, education, and food. So if they want to support, that's more interesting to look at that and not at my page.
How would they find out?
Very easy. It's ride2school.uganda in Instagram.
So how do you spell the ride? Ride to school?
Ride to school, like the ride.
RIGHT to school. Dot Uganda.
Uganda. And there they can find everything. My last music video was there. That was the best thing you can do. So we just try to give something back, because that's what we hear about. We are on this world, and if you are lucky, I say lucky, because you also, it depends where you're born, for example, and you cannot decide where you are born. So if you have the privilege to be born in a good place with good parents, and you can give something back, you should give something back. That's what we try to do.
I love it, man. I love it. And we talked about it earlier. Music is just so universal. Like, people that listen to the Latin music, they don't even necessarily understand. You said it. They don't even understand what I'm saying half the time, but they love it. It's the vibe. And I think I thought of this, when I was growing up. Rock bands were huge in Japan or wherever, and I was like, how do they really know what there's? And I don't know that it's really that important. I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's great if you understand the lyrics, but hell, I grew up listening to REM. You couldn't understand what Michael Stipe was saying anyway. So I mean, he's mumbling. You said he just went to Georgia. He's from Athens, Georgia, but like, that was just interesting to me, because it's not necessarily just about listening and singing, and knowing every word. And I think it makes people also dig in, right? Like, okay, what are they saying? And so now when they dig in with you, now they see, well, this is a positive message.
Yes, and it makes totally sense. If you go back, like when we were babies, we couldn't speak any language with our mother, but we had this kind of energies and feelings.
Sure.
That's all about energies. That's what I believe. Yeah. And what I see like in the world.
So we talk a lot about real estate here.
Yes.
On this show, and of course, I help people with home loans. So I help people finance the home. So how is it in Europe? Is it easy to buy a home for the residences? And then also, what is it like for a foreign national to come in and purchase a home? So like my wife and I, we wanted to buy a home in Europe or something. Has it difficult? You have to put more down payment down. I know that. Here we have easier access to credit, it feels like.
Okay.
Like you can put 5 or 6, you can put 0 down, 3% down, 5% down if you have good credit. But it feels like from just research in Europe, it requires a bigger down payment. So it's a higher barrier of entry, it seems like.
It is like
harder to do.
Like, I'm not a financial advisor, like, first of all, for disclaiming here.
But you do invest in real estate.
Yes, right? I have a real estate. I bought a real estate. But of course, I cannot say how it is like for a foreigner, like you guys coming to
but
Europe.
For you guys, what's it
for
like?
me? It's like it depends on where you are in the economic environment. And now we are switching. Like everybody's seeing like the tightening, the interest rates go up.
Right.
So it's getting harder. But like, let's say like 5 years ago, it was very easy. You also could buy. It's called like 110% financial. So you also can pay you can get a loan, like a credit, for the payment outside the real estate. For example, the paperwork, the lawyer.
Closing costs.
Yes. Also the closing costs were like financed.
Right.
So you go like with 0 in.
I got you.
That was like before, and now it's like you should have like 25% in total of the like amount plus the like the lawyer fees and everything to be sure. I would do this like this because maybe you can get some offers with less down payment, but in this circumstances where we are now, I would not recommend this because you have to be flexible in these times.
Yeah.
If they make a switch in interest rates, but it's not that hard, I think. But I think here is cheaper to buy real estate. We compared like yesterday, watched like house prices.
Well, it depends, right? I mean,
where you
some of
are.
these places where you are. I mean, for sure. I mean, you know, and some have higher property taxes. Like,
how is that? That's interesting. How is that property? Because like we, for example, we have to pay 6.5% interest on top of the price of the house, like everything.
Right.
That's like the
pretty normal here as well.
As well. And then you have like 2%
property taxes,
and then 2.5 for the lawyer who makes the paperwork, and 1% it's called how do you call it? It's like the book.
Yeah.
Where you have like at the state level.
Yeah.
Where they put your name. That's your real estate.
The real estate. It's like the deed of trust.
Yes, the deed of trust.
They register all that, so it's ownership,
it's around
title.
11% that you have on top that you have to pay.
Total of 11% to closing costs. So if you have a $100,000 house, it's going to cost you $111,000.
That's right.
Yeah.
And here,
what about recurring? Maybe 3% total. But
really?
Yeah. But what about recurring property taxes? So like here, it's very, very common. You know, every year you have to pay property taxes, almost like a board game. Yeah, right. So same. Yeah, but here, property taxes can vary greatly. So like I just did a video where I used the average property tax amount nationwide, which is around 1%. So if you have a $500,000 house, the property taxes on average across the country might be $5,000. However, $500,000 home in say Austin, Texas, it could be 2.5 times that.
Wow.
You know, San Diego, anywhere in California, New York, New Jersey, very, very expensive property taxes. You know, Illinois, Chicago area, very expensive. Philly. So it's different here. And we don't have high property taxes in Nashville, in Tennessee. And then the other good thing is we do not have state income taxes. So you have federal income taxes that everyone has to pay or try not to pay.
Okay.
But if you have enough deductions. But then you have states can also charge income tax. So in California, you have another 10% you pay
for California.
Wow. To get to live there. So a lot of people are moving out of states into states. Most of the Southeast, from Texas all the way over to the East Coast, most do not have state income taxes. So Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, you know, the Carolinas don't have state income taxes. So people have a business. It's very expensive. You know, they're paying a lot of taxes. They pay sales tax, property tax, every kind of tax in the world. And they say, well, this is one I can get away from if I just move. And so that's the reason why California, they're losing people by the day.
They're all going to Texas, right?
Or here or Florida. And then we, in these states in the Southeast, are gaining people by the day.
Yeah,
so it's interesting. I don't know if it's like this.
In Germany, it's the same. You have like different states, and then you have different taxes. But I think I know like 2 friends of mine, like they're from Hamburg, the other guy's from Munich, and they have like around about 1 to 2% is like this kind of tax per year that you own the house. But you don't own it if you have to pay taxes. That's like what I love to say. If you see you have to pay taxes for something, it's not completely yours.
Well, as long as you get depreciation, though, that is an argument that I see. But if you get, I always look at it like this: if you own the property, even if you have a loan on it, and it's not free and clear, so you still owe money, and you have to pay taxes, but you get 100% of the appreciation.
That's true.
So to me, you own it if that's the case, because you can take equity back out of it if you want to, like home equity line of credit, or if you sell it, you get all of the profit. You know, well, you may have to pay tax on the profit. That's true. They're going to get their cut.
That's the point. Yes, of course. But you also have to pay taxes without any selling something. That's what I'm saying. Like if you own stock, you own stock.
That's
if you own gold, you own gold.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But you're the professional in real estate. So I would love to have a question to you.
It is a common topic that comes up. I mean, Grant Cardone and some others have said, you know, you don't like Grant Cardone.
What is Grant Cardone?
So he's a big real estate investor, one of the biggest in the country, and he doesn't own a primary residence. So he has all of his money. He just thinks it's a waste of money. It's like he says, if you can't, make money with the property,
Okay.
then
It's no investment.
so yeah, I'd rather just rent.
Okay.
Because why pay for something and pay the taxes? And that's his philosophy. So there are those who say, so it's an interesting topic for sure. And so it's interesting that you say that. But so tell me about some of the other asset classes. So Bitcoin, obviously, real estate, silver and gold you invest in.
Silver and gold. And of course, like what I see like the most important in life, and also like for you guys, like recommendation from my side, is like in your health and like your mindset,
Right.
like learning, because nobody can take this away from you.
Right.
So I don't know, maybe with some satellites one day, but for now not. So that's like the biggest, most important
Invest in yourself, yeah.
Invest in yourself.
It's
and
a big return on investment, right?
Yes.
It's a huge return.
That's the biggest return you can have. And
I
of
agree.
course, and have good times with family, friends. It's also like,
That's what it's all about.
yes, because time is not, you cannot buy really time back. Like it goes and it goes. It's like, I don't know, I showed you like my video.
Mhm.
I had this kind of diagnosis like with 15 years, like with a skin cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I was 15. So I really early had to learn like, what is time about and what is life about and what is like having good times. So this is the most important investment. And after that, it's like, what I would recommend is also like find an investment where you have a lot of fun in it. And like for me, for example, like I had like before like 10 different stocks, and then it was so hard to get into it. Like I don't have so much time to each stock to get. I don't want to gamble. I want to invest.
Right.
So I want to read. I want to learn. Then I get like 5 stocks, then 3. And the last 4 years, I just only Tesla.
Yeah.
I started very early also with Tesla, but it's 2 things. I see very great opportunity of value extraction, like in the future.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun to read about it, to see what's going on about it, like all the FUD, like the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, what is going on out there, and then to understand, there's a misunderstanding, so there's a delta to catch, so you can make some gains, because like mainstream media is almost always against Tesla. That's good for you guys if the down is less and you have like a time horizon like for the future. So like it's gold, yes, it's crypto, Bitcoin, it's silver, it's real estate, and then it's maybe I missed something, but it's in yourself, like investing in yourself.
Investing in yourself is just, I mean, like we said, it's just so huge because it's the biggest return on investment.
Mhm.
I mean, I just did a video about this. It's going to drop in a few weeks, but so I mean, like Tesla.
Mhm.
And where you live. I mean, I know a lot of people, they don't need a car. Like in New York City, you don't need a car, but where you live, do you need a car, or do you just drive like a Vespa or something, or do you need a vehicle? I mean, because I know you travel a lot, so a lot of times, just take bus, just take the plane.
Yes,
and
it's
get
true.
an Uber to the airport.
It's
or whatever.
true. It depends on your job. Yeah, for example, like both of us, we're having a lot of events, and so we need a car. We need a car and to be flexible, to react, because sometimes something is very quick.
You need to
Can
hop
you
in
play
and go.
tomorrow? Yes,
Yeah.
let's hop in and go. And then you want to be in a safe car and a relaxing car. So, and we both drive a Tesla, and I just regularly, how do you say it? Like,
You got it.
I get a word back. I change it with normally.
Normally, there you go.
Normally.
Just took it right back.
Yes. Normally, I just go with the autopilot on the interstates, and it's so relaxing. I drive a lot in Germany, so I need this kind of relaxing feeling and car where I feel safe.
Right.
It saves me twice. Like there was like this crazy semi-truck driver in front of me, and I was paying attention, but I was looking for 1 second like down, and then my car went like to the left, to the other lane, because this guy was next to me and just going on my lane, and the car did it by himself, like going to the left because there was space. And I was, oh my God, crazy.
Oh, Elon, he thinks of everything, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first approach of Tesla, if you go, I'm very into it. It's like, it should and it has to be a safe car, because Elon told like his employees, they will have their families in it, and he will have his kids and his family in it.
Yeah.
So that's the main priority of the Tesla cars.
Yeah.
Like security. Sorry, I'm like a Tesla salesman here.
No, it's great. It's great. My partner, he owns one, and I know plenty of friends that own one. For me, I just haven't graduated to the electric car. It's just a different feeling. It feels like I'm being pulled by rubber. So I'm still, I still like the acceleration of the
ICE cars.
of the car, the gas engine. So, but I tried my best to support Germany I have a Mercedes and a Porsche. So I do that. Take the Porsche to the track, so.
What kind of Porsche?
It's a Panamera Turbo. So
color?
It's matte gray. It has
nice.
matte. I didn't put the wrap on it. When I bought the car, it was a pre-owned vehicle, and someone had already put a wrap on it. But it's graphite, sort of. Yeah, it's really cool.
Nice. I love Porsches. Nice cars.
Yeah. So man, Germany. We're so jealous and we were going to come over. My daughter's going to go back to Bad Soden. I hope am I saying it right?
Yeah, it's Bad Soden.
Okay, Bad Soden. And but I don't think we're going to be able to go. So we'll have to plan another trip because I want to go and just see all the beauty. I mean, when I think of it, I think of like, what is it, the Black Forest? Is that it? So I think of these types of things and just the beauty, almost like national forest. Like we're going to Yosemite here in a couple of weeks. We're going to ski and whatnot. But I think of Germany like that, It's like, obviously you can go to Berlin, you can go see the World War II stuff, but like I think about
that's so funny. Every American wants to see the World War II stuff.
Yeah, it's a big but I think of like the beauty part, like I only see it in the movies,
especially if you go to the south of Germany, like if you are like in Bavaria and like near close to Austria, Switzerland. Like the Alps, the mountains, the great big river. How is it called? The lake. It's near Constance.
Okay.
That's like a very nice place. And then
sounds amazing.
There's a big castle, very famous. Like Disney gets its inspiration of this castle. It's called Schloss Neuschwanstein.
Oh, I could say that really fast.
Say it. Come on. No, but
one more time.
Schloss
Neu
Schwanstein.
Schwanstein.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Schwanstein.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now one more time all together.
Yes. And then very good.
So this is where Disney gets the inspiration for their castle.
Yes, that's what I say.
It kind of makes sense. I mean,
and if, of course, like for example, like here in America, if you have one castle or two, it's like a big, how do you say it? Like attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And like for us, you have everywhere like small castles, small, big castles, like how do you call it? Like this kind of walls of the castles, because it was like that's history. Like Europe is a very interesting history, and that's what I love about Europe. Is like
the history.
Yes, it is not that big. You can drive with a car like 4 hours. You have a different language, different culture, different food, and it's like a total different world. It's like a big park.
Yeah,
but that's what I love in America. It's like you also have always like in different states, different people.
Texas, California.
Yes. Oh my God. We went to LA and after 2 days I told her, please, can we go? It is too busy for me.
I love to visit LA.
Yes, but for me it's too busy. It's like
it's a lot going on. It takes a while to get everywhere. That's the problem. Like if you want to go have drinks with your friend after work and he works 30 minutes across town.
Yes.
It's to take an hour to get there. It's hard to go do that.
But you love LA? I saw just LA.
So weirdly, I'm a Dodgers. Even though I grew up here, when I was a little boy,
yes,
we were Dodgers fans, and we went to Atlanta because they have the Braves, and that's only a 4-hour drive. And so I got to go see. But we sat on the Dodgers side and got to put our Cokes up on the Dodgers dugout. We had watch all the players come in and out.
Cool.
All my heroes.
Nice.
Davey Lopes, Dusty Baker, Ron Say, all these guys you would know. But anyway, so we got to see all these players. So I've always been a Dodgers fan. So I'm still a Dodgers fan. And yes, we do go, and I love to go to Dodger Stadium.
That's American football, what you're talking about?
Baseball. Baseball, yeah.
I'm not into like the American sports.
It's okay.
I watched my first football game in Las Vegas public viewing, the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So
what'd you think?
I loved it. I had like a YouTube tutorial 10 minutes before, like for the rules. So I could.
It was like a concert, but when a football game broke out. It was a Rihanna concert with a football game broke out.
That's true, yes.
But no, seriously. But
I really love it.
You like it?
Yes, and I bought a Kansas shirt before the game.
Kansas City, yeah.
Yes, she was an exchange student, like 1 year in Hayes, Kansas. So we were for Kansas.
You were there for a whole year? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And we visited her guest family also.
You did this time around? Oh, fantastic. How long had it been since you've seen them?
Almost 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. See, that's what I was just like, Delauder left, and I was like, so I was like, I have to. So I just feel connected with her. You know, we
Yes.
feel connected with Tetchy. So, you know, because I'm like, okay, she's gonna grow up, she's gonna have a family, and like and that's the beauty of the internet. Like
Yes.
that's the beauty of social media is that you can stay in touch with, you know, before.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, just write a letter, I guess, you know, and
with the bird,
you know,
like
send a picture, you know. Still now it's just so I really love that part of life, you know, that you can stay in touch and in real time shoot a video. You know, right before I got here, I shot you a short video of that tree that went down in our backyard, and so, you know,
that's a nice thing about technology.
Yeah,
of course,
that can be used for good. It can be used for bad, and
that's what we use, for example, for the children in Uganda.
Oh,
so if you want to be a part of it. That one, my problem was like always, I had issues with donate money because I didn't know, is it getting there? How many percentage of my money will get there? So we start something by ourselves where I know 100% will get there. So the people can send a video to a child who they want to support with WhatsApp, because Richard, who's living there.
With WhatsApp?
Yes, he will do a video with the kids and you can send them. So here you are connected. That's like the beauty of technology.
Just a bigger connection.
Yes.
Yeah, just
100%.
Enhances the connection.
100%.
Yeah.
You have to come to Germany, to Bad Zoden.
And it sounds like I need to come to Uganda.
Yes. You're
when
always
are you guys going back?
I want to go like every year. So I don't know on what time this year, but around summertime, like maybe June, July, August.
My wife has been to Africa, but I've never been.
Where in Africa?
I went to Kenya and Malawi.
Kenya and Malawi.
Kenya too. Yeah. Kenya's beautiful. That's what I tell the people. We already visit like more than 40 countries in the world, but like Africa, Central Africa, like especially like the East Africa part.
Yeah,
that's it's so beautiful and it's so green, and they have like a lot of. If you think about Africa, you see like this dry places and very poor people, and nothing is going on. High crime. But it was like total opposite for us. The food was so good. The people were so friendly. The nature was so beautiful. It was really, you have to go there. And of course, the safari is like, if you do this, it's like especially for European people, the world becomes bigger because like here, for example, it's normal to hunt, to hunt and eat what you hunt. That's what the people do in America.
In Europe, not so much.
No, and that's not the way.
Is there no hunting in Germany at all?
There is hunting, but not that normal like here.
Yeah.
Like here, like private people are doing this, and there's like more like there are like clubs, hunting clubs, and they do stuff.
It's only the wealthy that hunt in Germany.
Yes, something like this, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. Like we are both vegetarian.
Yeah. so there you go.
But I see it fine if somebody's hunting and eating it, and not just for fun. Hunt it, like to have the respect for this life, and then also use it, and not only like.
Well, I think part of it is, and I'm not defending any. I think like deer here are there's everywhere. If there weren't hunters, they would overpopulate. I mean, like it's already dangerous because you run into them. Like a deer hit me in the Porsche.
Wow.
Like I thought somebody ran into my car. He ran in the backside, and I get out and. You know, he runs off, you know, but they're all in our neighborhood, like in a residential neighborhood. And so you're kind of just, you know, you've moved in, you've kind of into their area, you know, but
it's true.
But, you know, that's an unfortunate part of development, you know, like there's so many, and I think they would be everywhere if so apparently it helps with population control, I guess is what I'm saying.
That's what I say. I think too.
And it is true. I think everybody that hunts here for deer, they eat it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't hunt. I don't do, you know, but every now and then I guess we get some deer meat. I mean, you know, somebody says, hey, we have too much or whatever, but it's kind of rare. But
yes, like all the friends that we met, they're all hunting and eating the deer. So I'm totally fine with it. Like I told you, like for me, it's important to respect the life.
Yeah.
And if you kill it, you should eat it or what, and not just leave it.
So let's go back to how can people reach you, man? Thanks so much for coming on. This has been fantastic, so much fun, and I want to get a picture of your little sweet dog. I mean, he's like this exotic-looking dog. That what type of dog? What's the breed?
It's Shiba Inu, Dogecoin.
Shiba Inu.
You know the Dogecoin?
Dogecoin. Okay.
It's like the
Dogecoin.
Yes, it's like
This-
the Elon
so-
coin. Like
So I have never seen this dog before, but if you
you were asking me, how big is the dog?
well, if you watch the Westminster Kennel Club, I mean, you see these dogs, but you only see them on the television. So we got to get a picture. We got to get him on. What's his name?
Akaya.
Akaya. Yeah, he's crashed out. He's taking a nap. He's been all over the damn world. He's like, Daniel, when are you taking me home?
Yes.
So how's he do on the plane?
I don't know because he had
They
to
put
be
him down below.
Yes, I don't know, but they don't like it. Like, of
Yes.
course, it's loud. They don't know what's
Ear
going on.
pressure. He has no idea what's going on. And then all of a sudden, boom, he's on another planet.
Yes, that's the point. But he loves the beach. We went with him a lot to the beach,
fun.
and he loves the snow. And the Grand Canyon was full of snow. So
Well, he looks like he looks like he would like the snow. Like
Yeah.
he's built for the snow.
yes, it looks like. But
He
he
looks-
loves he's a beach boy.
Okay.
He goes with the waves. Really?
So, all right. So we're gonna say So for Uganda, it's going to be right
Two
to
school
school
dot.
Uganda.
Yes.
All right. So right to school dot Uganda. RIGHT to school Uganda. Check that out. Donate. This guy is the real deal. And then also they want to check out some really killer Latin music. All right.
Thank you, yes.
From a Spanish, German-born artist.
Yes.
How do they find you there again?
That's Juan Daniel.
Juan Daniel.
Juan.
Juan Daniel for the American accent.
And-
He's saying Juan Daniel. Juan Daniel.
Yes.
Okay.
Dot official.
Official. Juan Daniel. Official. Check him out. And the links will be below. So Morella's telling me, sorry, the links
Where
will be
here?
below. So, yeah. So, guys, thanks for checking this out today. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
Please subscribe.
All right.
This guy is an awesome guy, and I'm so thankful.
Thanks, brother. Thank
Really,
you.
really.
Yes.
You're a great guy. Great energy.
Thank you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Adios.